Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of TCR Express. I am here with
Don Wall, Daily Commercial News.
Angela Gismondi, Daily Commercial News.
Russell Hixson, staff writer at the Journal of Commerce.
And tomorrow is the day of, well, actually today, tomorrow recording, today, as of you listening, is the day of mourning across the country. And all three of you are going to be covering these events. So I thought I would ask all three of you what you're going to be covering and you know what they're going to be talking about.
Yeah, tomorrow it's the Ontario Building Trades is hosting an event. It's got lots of prominent health and safety advocates and construction advocates. So it's an event starting at 10:30, obviously, leading up to 11 o'clock. It's got Patrick Dillon of the Building Trades, Monty McNaughton, Minister of Labor, and Chief Prevention Officer Ron Kaluski. And there'll be an address by Patrick Howes, surviving father of Jeffrey Howes, construction worker killed on the job. So that'll be a touching and emotional session, I imagine. And just, both Angela and I covered deaths in our sector in the past day and a half. Mm-hmm. Tragically, yesterday, there's a front-end loader that killed an adult male on an industrial site. Don't know if it's construction or industrial yet, but, it just goes to show, the timing is sad, but, it'll add extra import to this event tomorrow that I'll be covering.
Mm-hmm. And Russ, you're going to be covering the West Coast, the Vancouver event.
Yeah, well, a lot of the groups at 10 they kind of coordinate. So at 10:30 a.m. they're going to be doing a kind of video premiere honoring people who died on the job. And there's also going to be a moment of silence. And this is done by the Business Council of BC Federation of Labor, WorkSafe BC, all those kind of labor advocacy groups and health and safety groups. And then there's also kind of more in the interior. I think in Kamloops, I believe they're having like a car parade, and there's some smaller events as well locally. And so yeah, I'll be checking out kind of the main video one. And they also have a commemorative wall online where you can go post a note about someone who maybe was seriously injured or died on the job, and you can kind of leave like a memory thing, and that is on their site, dayofmourning.bc.ca, where you can get access to all those things.
And you're also covering the Day of Mourning, Angela.
Yes, I'll be attending the Workplace Safety and Insurance Board event virtually. They're holding it this year. They usually hold it in person, like Russ said. They have, a moment of silence for those who have lost their lives on the job. This year it'll be a virtual service. It starts at 11 o'clock. I think all of them do. It's been, like Dawn said, an especially tragic couple of days in Ontario. I was covering an incident this morning that occurred on the QEW, which is a major highway here in Ontario. It happened in Burlington, and it was just before 1 a.m. and the overhead arm of an excavator hit a large overhead sign, and it caused it to collapse onto the highway, and it killed the driver of the passing vehicle. So just, a sequence of events that led to this tragic death, and a 46-year-old man unfortunately lost his life. He was pronounced dead at the scene, and police said that the excavator was being driven by an operator, and he was en route to a construction site with the equipment. And he was hauling a piece of equipment when the arm struck the sign and sent it crashing down on the highway, unfortunately. So these services are especially important now, especially relevant now, today, and always, obviously.
And Russell, you've got a different story to tell us about your work.
Well, yeah, there's a few things going on the West Coast. I mean, this isn't necessarily West Coast, but in Manitoba, Merit Contractors, after a complaint by the Manitoba Building Trades, has been found to have violated election laws by not disclosing advertising spending. I've got the decision documents from that. I've got some comment, and I'll likely have a story in the coming days. Also, BC, we have a story that we just put up, I think yesterday, where I talked to the BC Building Trades. They just released a research paper, and it's no laughing matter, but they're talking about bathrooms, and they went through all the laws and all the practices, and they say it's well past time that construction workers on job sites have plumbed bathrooms and not the kind of porta potties that have become the norm. And they showed the law that says you have to provide this unless it's not feasible. And they argue that builders have been using that loophole liberally for many years to deny kind of better bathroom facilities. And they're saying, with the pandemic especially, hygiene has come to the forefront. And also we have a lot of new people that we want to bring into this industry, underrepresented groups like women and young people. And when they see a site that has a disgusting plastic porta potty that is barely cleaned and it's full of all sorts of waste, I mean, what does that say? I mean, I don't know.
It's not encouraging. No,
it's not necessarily a very welcoming thing. So they've started this new campaign where they want to urge WorkSafe BC and employers to upgrade the bathroom facilities on job sites.
Okay, great. Thanks, guys. And as always, our podcast is available on Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify, and on the Daily Commercial News and DCN websites. And make sure to listen on Friday for the first part of our Surety series. Thanks, everyone.